hope you made lots of spaghetti.
You can't handle the truth.
Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. I am RB Piper. This is the Piper Academy Network, and we are set up on a brand new system. I have changed out everything from my travel studio, and we're going to see if it works today. I think it will. I think it's going good so far. Everything looks solid up there. Everything looks solid over here. Give me a 1 in the chat if it looks solid to you, and let's go ahead and get into this, because right now on the daily, guys, we are looking at a lot of green on crypto, but we switched this over to the hourly, and it tells us a little bit of a different story. A lot of red starting to come in. We're starting to see some pullbacks on the TradFi. NASDAQ pulling back a little bit right now. We're still sitting though in that little sideways motion there on the Bitcoin chart. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to talk about 24-hour warning, danger, Will Robinson. Tomorrow we're going to get inflation data. And I have a feeling that it's not going to be good inflation. We'll talk about why. Also going to break down those job numbers from yesterday. I told you guys yesterday, the job numbers looked a bit weird. We're going to talk about what was wrong with those job numbers. They're not as good as everyone thinks they are. And so we're going to break down that. We got a great X post talking about it. We also got an article about it. And then also CNBC dropping an article today saying more pain coming for Bitcoin. Is that the case? Think it might be. I think it might be. Have the otters joined the chat, guys? I got a sound effect for the otter gang. Check it out.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Yeah, that's my alumni. You
And
know
for
what
the
I mean?
alumni too. I love it. I love it. We got all the stuff going on here, guys. Let's go ahead and bring up my co-host. But first, you know what time it is. Class is in session. Let's get it. Let's get it. Also, as always, brought to you guys by Chart Prime, the official indicators of winners. If you want to be a winner, you can get Chart Prime today too. Check out the link down below. But without any further ado, let's get my co-host up here.
I hope you made lots of spaghetti.
Your wish is my command, man.
OC guy, what's up, bro?
The charts today.
How you doing today, man?
Doing fantastic. Just battling with the auto adjustment. I think I got to figure it out. Although in the cut, I'm going to be restarting eCam on my end or the whole browser. So I'll be rejoining in the background. But
that's all right. That's all right. You guys remember the stream was going great until OC had to go mess with shit. No, it'll be all good. It'll be good, man. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It won't cause any emotional damage. So let's go and let's go take a look at the Bitcoin chart, see what we're seeing here, and then we'll get into the news. OC guy, my dude, always here with me. Check it out, guys. Yeah, pretty much sideways. It's what we're doing right now. We're just kind of creating a nice little bear flag down here. Nice little bear flag for more downside. Hashtag bears in the chat. You got to put the bears in the chat. Pie Bear is in the house. I think we're going to go down from here. So does CNBC. Oddly enough, they're talking about crypto today. Looking at the oscillator, we do have a transition ribbon going on here in the peach. We have come up off a clipping right here. We clipped on the true 7 saying, hey, we might be going up, also in line with the 786 as the support base on that jump. But not getting the volume off of it. Volume is coming up right now, but money flow is flattening out. So yeah, I think that we're setting ourselves up right in line with tomorrow. Why does tomorrow matter also, guys? Tomorrow's the last trade day before a 3-day weekend. Monday, there is no market open on Monday for traditional markets. So Wall Street take an extra day off this weekend, which means we could also see a lot of volatility just off of that alone because people don't like to be exposed on long weekends. Trump can drop anything at any given time. Trump is 24/7 like crypto, so I think a lot of people might hedge themselves in preparation for anything that may come out. We got a lot of geopolitical stuff going on in the world right now, and it's hard telling. It's like playing Russian roulette with your investments when you got Trump with a phone in his hand to tweet. So be watching out for that. Holy balls, DD, what's up, Dave Digital? Darren does things. Let's go give a shout out to the chat. Let's go see who all we got over here. We got the Brumblebees in the house. Dave Rumbelow in here. We got Dave Digital, DDT, Alexandra G, the Mod Queen. Appreciate you being here, lady. Always. Veritech Bill is in the house. What's up, bro? Melissa One Love. Hearts for Melissa. Hearts from Melissa. There we go. Yeah, she gets the hearts. I can't do other stuff. I can't do bees, but I can do one love. We got Bitcoin Bunker in here dropping the bears. We got, I see a lot of pie bears in here. Appreciate you guys. Rick, Kalawada. Don't let them off so easily. Appreciate that, Rick. I won't. OC, you hear that? I'm not going to let you off so easy. Look up for Crypto in here with us also. You know what it is. He wasn't muted. You got this. Yeah, we're good. We're good today, guys. Keen Bean saying, Otter Gang, good morning, all. Appreciate you being here.
Gang, gang.
Gang to the gang. Who else we got in here with us? Did I see anybody else that I haven't gotten to? Oh, Viking Steve. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I apologize, Scar. What's up, man? I appreciate you too. I appreciate everybody bearing with me this week. What's up, Hulk Smash? Lunar Beaches Crypto. We got the LBC in the place to be right here at the Academy. No, I apologize all the issues this week though, guys. Harp, what's up, man? Ihachi, what's up, Tobias? With all of the connection issues. I think we fixed it though. So now it looks like I'm going to go trade in my Mac Studio and probably get, some good money off of the trade-in on it because it's a very expensive computer. It's what they use in Hollywood to edit graphics for movies. So it should be crushing it. But my M2 Max laptop beating its ass, whooping its ass. That's what it's doing today. So it looks like, this is my new setup. And it is what it is. So going well. Let's go ahead and jump over into the news. And we'll talk about that. Get all the news that's fit to be news broken down. Because that's what you guys have been waiting for. A lot of y'all been just sitting here all week long, fiending for Piper's breakdown of news. And here we go for it. Looking at into the Cryptoverse metrics first, guys. Total crypto market cap right now coming in at $2.309 trillion. The trend line on this, the fair value, coming in at $4.845 trillion. The undervaluation currently sitting at 52.34. It has come down a little bit, getting a little bit closer to that fair value, but not by much. Looking at the current risk levels here, we are sitting at 309, guys. We're about to move into a whole new DCA level, and I'll take it. I'm looking forward to buying some cheaper Bitcoin. That is for sure. With stable coins sitting with dominance, with stables, we're sitting at 58.2% on Bitcoin dominance. Take them stable coins out, still sitting at 66.67. Guys, remember when we were like down at 16? I said, we're going to hit 65 and then we hit 67. I think we're going to go even higher before it's all said and done. Bitcoin liquidations in the past 24 hours. We've got CoinGlass data giving us that info. 106,129 traders got liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $216.51 million in the past 24 hours. The largest single liquidation order happened on Hyperliquid. It was a Bitcoin trade valued at a cool $11.8 million. No big deal. No big deal. No big deal. Just $11 million gone. These whales, guys, and the trades that they do, there's something wrong with these dudes. Seriously. They just like blow money. If you guys are so interested in what is this? I'm reading something here. Let me throw this up on the chart. Let me throw this up on the screen here, people. I'm reading. There we go. Come here, you. There we go. Throw that up there. Breaking Russia government memo proposed return to dollar, a new pitch to President Trump, part of broader partnership ideas, including joint ventures in energy, minerals, and fossil fuels. Where's this info from? Somebody see if they can find a link on that. That's pretty interesting. VI Peoples BHM verified. I appreciate that. Weird name, but good information. Good information. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and take that back off the screen, and then we'll continue on with the news. But no, that's interesting info there, sir. Remove. Go away. Thank you. So continuing on here, guys, looking at the longs versus shorts right now. 24-hour longs, 50.08% of the trades on the exchanges are in longs. 49.92 are in shorts. So you know what that means. We flip from the shorts to the longs. It's time to send it down, right? Looking here. Oh, hourly, getting a little return back to green. on some of the bubbles, not all of the assets yet. Bitcoin right now up 2.6% on the daily, down just slightly on the hourly. Ethereum is up 2.7%. I am in a short on my bot on Ethereum. I'll show that here in a minute. XRP is up 3.2%. BNB is up 3.6%. Solana up 2.4%. 6.4% upside on Doge right now, man. Doge getting a little move there. He said, I want to come out and play. Who let that puppy run? Cardano up 6.2% today. Still would not buy it. Don't care. I'll show you why. I'll show you why I wouldn't buy it. It has to do with this right here. Here we go. Here's why I'm not interested in buying Cardano. Not until it shows me a bullish structure on its price chart. Cardano would need to make a move of 1,059.59% to get to its all-time high. A 1,000% move. Show me a bullish structure and then I'll consider it. Cardano. That's just all there is to it. Still not interested. Leo token up 1.1%. Hyperliquid getting a nice return after all the FUD that came out yesterday about it. Up 9.1% right now on the daily. Canton Network up 1.1%. Moving along, sitting at number 15 on the top 20 list here. Monero's up a little bit. Chainlink's up 3.7%. Far off from $80 or $800 or anything higher than $8. It's not that far up. Stellar Lumens is up 7.6% at number 19. And then DAI, number 20, another stable. Remember, guys, look how many of the top 20 are stable coins. It's pretty interesting. And then Zcash is up 5.9%. That's going to put us pretty much in our top 20 minus those, minus all of those stable coins. Let's take a look here. Oh, what did we get? We got a bunch of notifications. Anything in here I need to know? Anything, new notifications. Let's go take a look here. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the news. I got the link. Thank you. Appreciate it. Breaking. Russia government memo proposes return to dollar and new pitch to President Trump. Awesome. There we go. So that there's a little verification come from Discover Crypto. I don't know that they're a news source, but they do have some info there. U.S. home sales. We just got that data. Okay. Anything else here? Nope, we're good. Let's go back to the bookmarks and go through all the stuff that I had marked for X marks the spot. First of all, fear and greed right now, guys, sitting in 5. If you guys don't know, this fear and greed level is actually 3 points lower than what it was when we had COVID-19. That's crazy. When we had COVID, we hit a level there of 10 or 8. 8 it was, I think. And now we're at 5. So we're at a lower fear and greed level right now than what we were with COVID-19 crashing the entire global market, sitting at 5 right now currently. Bitcoin bottom wasn't there as expected. So if you guys take a look at this chart, I want to zoom this out for a second, and then we're going to blow it up. There we go. Perfect. This is a chart from Titan of Crypto. He's got a little fractal going on here. And you can see, like, when you have this level, the 38.2% retracement becomes this resistance zone. And then you come back to our previous low. And if we break that, which we typically do, we head into the bottom of the bear market. Guys, here you go. 38.2% retracement from the top. Came back up, retested it down to its previous low, and down we go. Guys, this is textbook bear market. I don't know why people keep saying this time is different. It's really not. Shout out to Titan of Crypto breaking down the data for us. I appreciate it. Also, if you guys don't know about this happened yesterday. U.S. House just approved a bill that now requires proof of U.S. citizenship to vote and a photo ID to cast a ballot in any federal elections. Of course, it still does have to go to the other chamber to get approved, but I think that it does have some good momentum behind it, and this will require people to show voter ID. Of course, CNN just recently put out a poll, and this was on CNN. They put out a poll that had all of the, like, white people, Hispanic, blacks, how do they feel about voter ID? And most of them wanted it. It was like 70 to 80% want voter ID. So it doesn't really fit the narrative of the your average liberal left white woman. But hey, the people have spoken, and they said they want it. So here we go. Going to be having that coming soon. And Goldman Sachs, people were talking about Goldman Sachs buying gold the other day, buying Bitcoin. I don't remember who it was in the chat that dropped it and said Goldman Sachs just bought some. Maybe it was in our Discord. Goldman Sachs has cut its spot Bitcoin and Ether ETF holdings by 39.4% in the fourth quarter. It held 1.06 billion in spot Bitcoin ETFs and about 1 billion in spot Ethereum ETFs as of the end of last year, according to its latest disclosure. Goldman Sachs, even though Goldman Sachs understands the 4-year cycle, guys, you got to take your profits. Got to take your profits. How's the TradFi market looking right now? Let's give it a little refresh, make sure that is current. Looking at the Dow Jones, the S&P, and the NASDAQ right now. Dow Jones coming in 0.36% right now. S&P 500, 0.11%, just to make it a little move there from 0.13. And the NASDAQ down 0.2%. Russell 2K sitting just a little bit over flat at 0.14%. 2,673 points there on the Russell 2K. Small caps still crushing it, doing well. Volatility index above 17, but seeing a little cool off there also. How about the bonds market? People are buying up the bonds. That is a flight to safety for a risk off narrative, okay? And that's what we're seeing here. The reason it's red, because they're buying it. They don't need to offer a higher interest rate because people are interested in it. So sitting currently down a little bit, meaning it has interest in it. So looking at gold right now and the precious metals, getting into some heavy metal. I need to get a good tar riff, man. I need a heavy metal riff when I come over into the gold and silver world. Looking at gold right now, down slightly, about 0.25%, sitting above that $5,000 mark. Silver, far off from my $100 level. Damn you, silver. Why'd you have to do that while I was on a cruise? Sitting at $82, down 1.26%. Copper down 0.31%. Platinum down 0.25%. And palladium almost flat. Everything in the red in the front of precious metals today. Good job. Good job there. Let's refresh now and make sure that you're connected. Thanks. My economic calendar just disconnected from me. Initial jobless claims this morning, guys. These are the weekly jobless claims, people going in to file for unemployment. We did have a revision from last week. It was at 231K. It actually got bumped up to 232,000 people last week filing for unemployment. They thought it would be about 222,000 to 225,000 people this week, slightly lower. Nope, not as low as they thought. 227K, beating those expectations. Continuing jobless claims. This is how many people are staying on unemployment. Was at 1.84 million. That's what that is. That's 1.84 million. Thought it would be about 185 million. Now came in at 186, 1.86.2 million. You're seeing a lot there of continuing claims. And then also we got the existing home sales was at 4.27. We got, look at all the revisions, man. You see all these R's? These are all revisions because they can't get the numbers right the first time. Previously revised from 4.35 million. So they said that 4.35 million homes were sold of existing home sales, and it actually got revised down. And then they said it was going to be 4.1 million to 4.2 million. No, came in at 3.9 million. And then existing home sales month over month was at 4.4. Actually, it was a revision from 5.1. It got dropped down to 4.4. They thought it would be negative 3.4. No, it's negative 8.4. These existing home sales, guys, not looking good. Why? Because people that have existing homes have low interest rates, and they are not interested in selling their house and having to go buy another home at a higher interest rate the way they are right now. That 10-year treasury yield not coming down, making those mortgages affordable. So that's your data for today. The big one, though, your 24-hour warning. Tomorrow, we're getting core inflation rate month over month. Right now, expected to be higher. Inflation expected to be higher in consensus. Year over year, expected to be slightly lower. So higher than last month, but not as high as what it was last year. Do that math. Inflation rate month over month. Without this is including energy and food. Core inflation does not. Looking at that, 0.3% expected to be flat, maybe even slightly down on the month over month. The year over year expected to be down also, meaning that your energy and your food are higher. I actually think that core inflation comes in as expected here. I think your inflation rate here, including energy, because we just had a massive winter storm, I think this comes in shockingly higher. It's a very good possibility of that, guys. And this is all going to be coming in tomorrow, including CPI, which they think will be slightly higher also. CPI data, big piece of data that they look at for the Fed. It was at 324. They're expecting 325. I think that we get higher inflation tomorrow. That's why I put out a 24-hour warning. Of course, there is nothing next Monday because, again, Monday is a federal holiday. So how are we looking at the chance of a rate cut right now for for March? Flashbang warning. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness. OC. It's dark, bro. They got a dark screen. I don't know what happened. We'll take it, though. We'll take it. Looking here at this March 18th data, guys, 94.1% chance of no rate cut in the month. I want to talk about this. So the jobs picture still looks muddy, even with some surprisingly strong January numbers. I'm going to go ahead and bring OC up here, and we'll start going into some of these articles because OC, yesterday we got job numbers. And what we were talking about was that something looked a little weird on those job numbers, right? I've got an X post over here that's talking about it, and it does a really good breakdown. So let's take a look at yesterday's job numbers. 130,000 was what they came in with yesterday. Non-farm payrolls came in at 130K after a plus 48K in December. The 3-month average is currently positive 73,000, up from the negative 17,000. Before we conclude that the labor market has been strengthening, though, let's take a look at the other data. And I told you guys something did not match up. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I knew from the data points that I was looking at that this was not the narrative of what I thought we would projected to hit. The whole job growth in January came from private education and healthcare services only. Meaning people are getting put in private education services and out of public services. That's interesting as a culture in itself. And then healthcare services, which were up 137K, largely due to birth and death model. Excluding private education, though, and healthcare services, take those away, job growth was negative 7,000 for the month. The birth and death model responsible for all the job growth and private education and healthcare services? No, but it contributed a lot. Speaking of revisions, non-farm payrolls have been revised down 23 times in 2 years, OC. Out of 24 times, it's been revised down 23. The average revision from April 2025 is negative 63,000 jobs per month. We have a shrinking labor market, and that is not good for economic outlook, guys. And eventually Wall Street is going to go, you know what? I see what's down the road. It's time to take my money and protect it. And we're going to see a serious downturn of markets when that happens. Guys, be prepared. It's not when, it's not if, it's when it happens. Staying on revisions, the last 5 years were revised down a total of 1.029 million jobs in 5 years, and almost all downward revisions came in the last 2 years, 956,000 of that 1.02 million. So annual revisions from April 2024 to March 2025. So looking there at a 12-month period, were negative 847,000, or approximately 71,000 per month on average negative jobs. So the labor market not looking good. CNBC also touching on that here, that there's things broken on it beneath the hood. There were some trouble spots, continuing concentration in just a few fields where hiring is happening. So I think that the narrative of strong jobs yesterday was not a correct narrative. So, and I think a lot of people read that data wrong, but we were on it here. We told you guys, very weird numbers. I don't buy a lot on it. Let's look at Bitcoin here. Drawdown hitting 50%. Which we had as our best case. I'll show you that on the chart here in a bit. Our best case scenario was a 50% drawdown. I think our base case is a 66%, 61 to 66%. We'll call it 63 and call it a day. And I think our worst case scenario is what we see every cycle, a 78.6% or more drawdown. I think $40,000 Bitcoin is in line. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. We talked about a lot this week in Discord, but I haven't had everyone here. So I'll show you guys why I think $40,000 Bitcoin is the level to watch, as the thumbnail said. And then we'll get OC's input on that. But Bitcoin's drawdown hit 50%. History shows it may have further to go. Bitcoin is at its lows this month and was down more than 50% from its high it reached late last year. It has since bounced a bit, but investors shouldn't heave a sigh of relief just yet. There's likely more downside ahead, according to Wolf Research. Since 2012, the average peak to trough, that means the top to bottom, drawdown during each 4-year Bitcoin bear market cycle has been 75%. It's actually 78%, sir, but I'll show that on the chart. Bitcoin getting battered. Do they give a target in here? Flagship range 66 to 72. Yes, that's true. They are not giving a target on this, but yeah, I got a target of 40K. It has to do with a couple of things. One, we're going to go over here and take a look at the long-term holders. This is your long-term holders realized price. We always break the long-term average holder price. This is your wells, what their price average is. It's coming in at $40,471 currently. So there's one reason we've never not come back to below the average price before the massive well accumulation begins. And then also on top of that, we've got the other narratives of the retracement levels, which we'll break down in just a second. Let's jump over here. OC. What's your thought? Do you believe that the worst is over? Or do we still have a 40% retracement coming from our current level? Your thoughts, bro.
So I don't know exactly like if we're gonna get that extra 40% retracement. But I don't think that like the worst is over. I mean, I still think that we might have another 20-30% retracement on the way
What would that put
down.
us at? You want to pull your chart up and show us what that would be at?
Absolutely. Let's go for it. So this is the chart that I'm using at, and remember that I
I hope
use
she made
this
lots of
indicator very
spaghetti.
handy. Yes, a lot of spaghetti. Let me get that out of the way. And I'm using the volume profile bar magnifier order block by Jacob Maccabee to have my fully knife strategy, right? So I'm aiming at these order blocks in here for the worst case scenario. But looking left at this area, and let's go to daily really quickly. Well, this is where we start having that gap, right? And if we are able to go down within that gap, well, then we'll see that I want to be looking for that retracement and maybe weak down within the 40s, 42, but I'm really aiming for a candle stop at somebody around 50. I mean, the gap in between the 40s and the 29s or the 30s it's way too big based on whatever already we have done in here. So yeah, I mean, I think well, the worst it's over based on size, but I mean, right here, people, it's already very worn out, right? So talking about well, deception on the price action of Bitcoin, I think the worst is yet to come. So not based on percentages, but based on price action limits and where most of the people balance is at. So I'm thinking 40s, 50s for the absolute lows.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Juicy. Hey, look, it's like this, guys. If let's just say we go down and it's not a 40K, it's a 50K, right? Maybe it goes down from this point to, we're at what, 60, 67 right now. So half of that would be 35, 30, 33, something like 33,000, right? So we go down halfway from here. Halfway, which would like from between that 40K. So we hit like 50K, right? Guys, you're going to be looking at like buy one get one half off. May not be buy one get one free, but it's buy one get one half off Bitcoin. And I don't know about you, but when I see that sell and it's something that I want, something that I need, I'm going to be all excited about that. Money can. I want to make the money. I want to make the money.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking about that level. Let me talk about why I think that we have that. Why I think that we have that 40K target. Though I just showed you the level on the. I just showed you that level on the long-term holders list, right? But we also have the 78.6% retracement. That's coming in at 39. I think we actually get front ran a little bit. I think that we get a little bit of a front run that happens on the lower end. I think everyone's expecting 40K, and maybe like 42 is where they start to really hit it hard and front run that. That is possible. But historically, we have hit 78.6 every cycle for a retracement level. I don't know why we wouldn't get that this year, unless it's just strictly the fact that we didn't get the parabolic run up. So we don't have as far to fall or as much momentum for the fall, right? That is very possible. There might be a lot of people holding that were waiting for a much higher parabolic move that never occurred here. And so now they're holding and it's not going to drop as far because there's not as much willingness to sell at this point. So that is a very possible thing. I am still seeing on the monthly here that we're getting continuation of the MACD normalized. Money flow still coming down. We still have a ways to move on the monthly here. So nothing's showing me monthly strength yet, except for the fact that we have our mid-level candle on March 1st. I will be giving an update of what happened here with our monthly close of this. If we went into a bright green, that might be an indication that we're getting really close to a bottom, but not necessarily a bottom. I mean, look here. We had it print here, right? The first one printed at this bounce candle here, and we still had a fall after that of another 34%. So it doesn't necessarily mean the bottom's in, but it means you're getting close to the bottom. So that's what I'm going to be watching there on that. There was also another piece that I wanted to see here, and I'll bring you up with me, OC. It was something that Ben Cowan was talking about on his show, on one of his streams recently, on one of his charts. And it was, let me look here and see if I can figure it out. It's not logarithmic regression. No, sir, it's not that. It was not the Cohen corridors. Was it the Cohen corridor? It might have been that. Let me look. Let me finish looking here. Maybe not. The Cohen corridor. It might be the Cohen corridor. Yeah, it is this. No, it's not. It's not this either. It was the fair value of Bitcoin. I'll have to look for it, I think, actually, and find it. But it was a pretty interesting video that he had here. And that one was also, by the way, coming in at right about $40,000 also. So I'll look for it and see if I can find it. And then we'll bring it up and talk about it either this show or in one of the future shows. But OC, what are you watching on the altcoins right now? Because I'm in a short on Bitcoin. I mean on Ethereum right now. I got my bot running. I've been having this thing. I had this thing running the entire time on Bitcoin that I was on the cruise, and it made about $800. And now I got this sell, 5x leverage sell on Ethereum that I set up on the 10th. So 2 days now, already up 7.32%, making me about $257. It's a bearish trend. It's a bearish grid futures trade. And so if I do this, you'll see where how this is working. Display my order lines. There we go. So what it's basically doing is, pull that up. I have these lines, and as it goes up, it will hit a short order, a sell, right? And so it sets a short entry. And then as it goes down into the buy orders, that's taking profits on that. Currently making me a little bit of money. What are you seeing, though, on other alts? Are you seeing anything that's making you go, you know what? This is a good entry for me to trade. Let's run with it. What do you got for us?
Absolutely. So let's get started with Bitcoin, because in Bitcoin, I already have an open position. It's a fairly small position on Bitcoin. It's a short right now. We are in profits. I thought it would have been playing out much aggressively for today, right? We open it up right here at the secondary re-entry. So breakout, retest, and then as it starts curling back around, well, I thought that we would have gone and hit somewhere around 64K. So that is basically my target, 64,600, right? And it's been just teasing to have acceptance back onto the ranging here. Something important is that we are looking for that higher low, and that is not to really push us back to 100K or anything like that. It's just to reposition ourselves for a next possible short, right? So looking for that continuation downwards and then creating the pivot, which, by the way, I mean, this could very much be the pivot. When are we knowing? When we have the rejection of that zero line, or when we have the breakthrough of that zero line. Very important. If I have acceptance back into the range, I'm closing the short and I'm going long to the dynamic reactor somewhere around 76. Okay, for then going for a more aggressive short to the downside. Other things that I'm looking to trade, it's for example Litecoin. Litecoin, I'm already into a shorting here. We enter up basically yesterday night. We opened an order here. It was breaking through, having the rejection. So I'm looking for a flip of the ribbon somewhere around here, and that's because our money flow is still pretty bearish right there. So yeah, I mean, not money flow, not really much power to push through, right? We're still pretty bearish right here. Our volatility is very low, and we are closer to break that range. What range are we talking about? Of course, this range. So that's why I'm also looking for a short on Litecoin. Another thing that we also talked about is Netflix. I know you don't like Netflix, but I'm been keeping my eye on it. And well, it finally hit one of my entries in here. So remember, we have two called outs, one right down there and another one right in here. So basically, I'm just giving it some time for it to reach my entry, getting very, very close to it. And I might even move my entry a little bit higher if I see that flip of the ribbon playing out before it hits my entry right there. But I believe that it's going to be taking it comfortably. So yeah, a couple of other things that we were talking about, it's Ton and Aster. All right, so Aster is the only damn thing that is just not dropping, keeps pushing upwards. I mean, let's zoom out in here, right? It's not that it's bullish, right? Or is greatly bullish. But I mean, we see Bitcoin and we just zoom in just enough. We see that Aster is moving in the opposite direction, and that has to do with its client base or fan base, I would say. Other stuff around this asset is, I believe that we're gonna get just one more run up. In fact, we got very, very, very close yesterday to the target that I'm looking for right here. Although I believe that we might have just enough to make that last or final candle push and then drop back down. My entry is going to be right at this line here as we start losing it. So if I move this as we already have hit it up, so let me just bring this up. There it goes. This is what I'm going to be looking for. So a lose or a loss of this trend line right here. Oh, come on. Let me draw it. There it is. This trend line right here. And then the retest. So it's not about the breakout. It's about the retest. And then your continuation downwards. But other than that, that's what I'm looking for. I haven't just yet entered with on Aster short, but I'm keeping my eye on it and adding as we speak that alert.
Aster, barely know her. Hey, if you guys have not done so yet, make sure you guys smash the like. I appreciate it. It helps us tremendously. If you guys don't know that, and I hate to ask, but we're trying to do something here. We're trying to do something, and it takes you guys. So for partners, please smash the like button. And if you're the one person that smashed the dislike, I love you too. You're still engagement. Thanks. Let's go ahead and talk. I found the chart that I was talking about, OC. It's this one here. It's Bitcoin terminal price. And you can see that when we hit the red tops, that typically is our top cycle. Now, keep in mind, we hit it early in 2021 here, but we did not hit it at the end of 2021, which we've all talked about, that we don't think this was actually the top. It was an over-exaggerated dead cat bounce from this top, right? But look, we never even came close to it this cycle. And I talked about why on this week earlier with the paper Bitcoin, right? A lot of options and ETF, not spot, futures ETF, so on and so forth, all creating paper Bitcoin, where a lot of money that's moving to, and it's not causing price to move, because when you buy those, it's not buying pressure on spot price. So I think that's why we didn't typically hit it. But let's look at what the bottoms do. Typically, we got the green line here. That is your realized price of Bitcoin, right? And then below that is an orange line, which is your Bitcoin balanced price. Check out the bottoms of each cycle. We either break it or touch it every single bottom cycle. Even at the COVID crash, we came down and touched it also again there. Keep in mind, right here, as Ben Cowan's been pointing out, this is where we went into quantitative easing in 2019. We pivoted out of quantitative tightening. Again, didn't touch the red. We could be looking at the same, another factor of why we didn't hit as high here too. But if we look at that price level on the orange line that we hit, the balance price, it's coming in at 40,000 also. So there's just another factor of why I think we hit 40K if we don't get front ran on it. So gold and silver, know all about that. 100 live viewers, 40 likes. I appreciate you, Alexander G. Rookie numbers.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Rookie numbers. It's okay though. We're up to 50 now, so I appreciate it. We're over a 50% return on likes versus viewers, so I'll take it. OC, you got anything for the people on the way out, man? We got to send you over to Chart Prime. We got to push you out the door, send you over there.
Not much, just guys, we're going to set up your DCA entries. We're going to keep an eye on what is important, which is the DCA. That's what it's going to be making you through the bear market. That's when you start exchanging money, paper money, or its equivalent USDT into hard assets, right? As Bitcoin. So that's when you're buying cheap hard assets, right? It's not that the price of Bitcoin,
buy one, get one 50% off.
I mean, exactly, yes. It was a bad thing. Remember what happened on depressions, right? Well, rich people that have the paper money buy hard assets for cheap. So try to do the same thing, not financial advice, and do it smartly. And if you're looking for something where to get started, remember to join the Piper Academy Discord, and we have a great DCA strategy there for you guys.
The Piper plan.
Well, the YouTube.
Yeah, to get access to that, the Piper plan, you get access to it just by doing the $5 membership. That's how much my Discord is. There's no additional fee when you get in there. You join on the YouTube, you connect your Discord to your YouTube, and bam, you get access to everything, including all of our Piper plan, which is a great DCA. JR with trade setups, OC's dropping trade setups in there. We do live QA sessions. There's a lot of stock picks in there from BC Port Corp and myself, and some futures and futures trade stuff from crypto trades. So on stocks, even though it's crypto trades, who knew? But yeah, there's a lot of value in there for $5, guys. And that's the only reason there's a $5 charge to get in there is literally because I don't want bots and scammers. And so if they go in and they don't do the membership to get in, all they get is here's how you join. That's the only window they see. Nobody they have access to none of the other members. So just trying to take care of you guys. So at $5, which I paid the team like a little bit of money each month. Also, we don't make that much off of YouTube, just so you know. We're here to help you guys out. But OC, I appreciate you, man. You are awesome. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. We got big inflation data tomorrow. You guys are going to be trading today. Please remember, volatility can set in likely in the afternoon here and attack us. So Alexander G, I appreciate you, lady. You know what? I'll match you. How about that? Membership gifting. I'm going to do that. I'm going to send 5 now. I just matched you. 10 memberships. Alexander G, appreciate you dropping 5 gifted Piper Academy memberships. And then we just gave another 5 away. So to those 10 new members, welcome to the Piper Academy Discord. OC, have a good one, bro. Guys, we'll catch you guys here back tomorrow. Until next time, make sure you guys tune into Power Hour with BC. Make sure you tune in with OC Guy for Crit Live Trades with OC Guy right here on the Piper Academy Network. Until next time, guys, trade safe. And as always, use some risk management. Peace, love, profits. We out.
That's the rap. Chart stack, data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done.
You can't handle the truth.
Emotional damage. We'll see you at the next one.
What the fuck they're doing?
Thanks for the gift of memberships, BC. Love you, bro.
Market report out.
Boom shakalaka.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report out. We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. Ow.
That was awesome, dude!
Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?